So today, real quick, I wanted to go over my two favorite bench planes. I use these the most out of all my hand planes. I've got a Stanley 4.5 here, which is a smoothing plane, and it's great for surface prep and all kinds of stuff, fitting drawers. I mean, there's just multiple things you can do with this plane. So I've also got my low angle jack plane. This one's made by Lie Nielsen. This is a really sweet plane. It's got an adjustable throat, which is a really nice feature. These are really specifically designed for doing in-grain at the low angle, but you can plane long grain just as effectively with these, especially with this adjustable throat where you can tighten your throat clearance. So real quick, what I'd like to do is I've got a really highly figured piece of walnut here. You can see this, and I want to just really quickly show you my process for sharpening these, and then show you how beautifully it can plane even this figured wood without tear out. So I'll start by getting this in my honing guide, and then I set it to my block. I have it written on here, bench plane and chisel, so I know exactly which one to set it on. And all it's doing is setting your distance from this point to the bevel of your plane iron. So here we go. I'm all set up in my honing guide. I've got the angle set right. I'm going to start on a little bit coarser, one of these coarser diamond stones, because this is a little rough. Looks like it's been a while since I've sharpened it. I've got my GoPro here so you can get kind of a more detailed look. I use water on my diamond stones just to kind of help move the steel off. Now all I'm doing as I do this is just feeling for a burr on the back side. I know once I have the burr that I've gone far enough on this stone and I can switch to the next stone. It's getting there. If you're just maintaining an edge, it should be really quick. You shouldn't have to do a whole lot of passes. And that's got it right there. One of the reasons I use diamond stones for my heavy cutting is because they stay flat. The Sharpening Stones you have to flatten over time. They can dish out on you. So I really try to limit how much use I use on the Sharpenings. I try to keep the real heavy cutting on the diamond stones. So I'll switch over now to my kind of medium grip Sharpening, and these do require water. I'll work it on the whole stone so you're not taking it off in one spot. And that's really all it takes right there. I'll come now and do the back. You shouldn't, when you're maintaining an edge, you shouldn't have to do a lot on your back. It should stay continually polished. So really the only point of me doing this is just kick that burr off that I've got over the last few passes I've made with the diamond stone and this stone here. And that's it, man. It's gone. So I'll move on now to my final stone, which is this kind of fine Sharpening stone here. And this will really polish the steel. And then I'll hit the bottom. Same thing. It's just kind of that final little polish on the bottom and then knock the little burr out. So I've got it all sharpened. This is looking really good. It feels nice and sharp. I got my GoPro here so you can kind of see what that edge looks like. Both sides, both the bottom and the flat, have a mirror polish on them. Okay, so I've got these tuned up, pretty much ready to go. I'm going to try them out on this curly walnut right here. This is actually a crotch piece. It's super figured. And I've got a piece of Texas pecan right here. This is a super dense hardwood. It's very similar to hickory. Not an easy wood to work with hand planes. I'll start by using my 4.5. Okay, so I got the plane skewed. I'm getting really pretty nice shavings off this. You get really nice, pretty nice clean cut down here in this highly figured curly stuff down here. Let me take a look at that. There you can see a little bit of tear out, but that's something that could be easily cleaned up with a card scrape. There's nothing that looks to be real damaging. It really looks pretty good. You can see that. Now I'm going to give it a shot with the Lie Nielsen low angle. So I've got the low angle set up. Let's just see how well it'll work here. I'm wanting to take that's a really good cut for the level of figure we got here. Kind of take a look at that. There's another look at this grain. Really no tear out at all in that. Let's give it a shot on the pecan and just see the really dense wood, what we're going to get. I'm getting some really nice shavings off this, and this is zero tear out right now. Now something like this wood would dull plane blades really fast, so I would continually have to keep maintaining my edge on the sharpening stones. Okay, so there you have it. You can see kind of the difference between the regular 4.5 bench plane and your low angle jack plane. Both of these are planes that I use all the time. I highly recommend having these in your shop. There's probably not a day that goes by that I don't reach for one of these to use it. This is the first plane I ever owned and ever used, so if you're new to hand planes, the Stanley 4.5 is a great starting point. You can do a lot with that plane. The next thing up from that would be to get a bigger number 7 or number 8 for joining boards for glue up. So hopefully this was helpful to y'all. I appreciate the support. I appreciate everyone viewing the videos, and I'm going to keep rolling and trying to get more content up for everybody. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.